It's läuft schon.
Yeah,
okay,
camera is on for a while already.
Yeah.
Welcome back to our next session. Today we have Orzhov and Orzhov Blue in the command zone.
Yeah.
We're bringing back Raffine.
Raffine, which is the new version of Commander Reanimator. It's difficult to say which deck is better, but having a discard outlet in the command zone is definitely an upside. I look forward to attacking with Hapless Researcher and triggering Convine.
Okay, yeah, why not?
If that happens. And yeah, there isn't a lot of difference in the 99 between Raffine and Commander Reanimator. There's a couple of slots that are different. And we'll see if a different commander
We'll
changes.
do a better job. What's the big advantage of playing Raffine is definitely that whenever you are unable to win by reanimation targets or your normal game plan, you can also just go for the beatdown route because she will grow bigger and bigger, and that's at least a few times I've lost against that. Outside of any tempo decks and whatever you're trying to build with her. So that's definitely an upside compared to Aminatou. The downside is that Aminatou can have some flicker value.
Yes, exactly.
With Ashen Rider and
Some
Agent of
targets
Treachery and whatsoever.
Yep.
So that's missing, but most often having one target on the field which is not answered is enough to win games. And if not, you can...
As opposed to Aminatou, this card actually digs you a card deep.
Yes.
As opposed to the +1 from Aminatou. So playing Raffine onto an empty board is quite a bit better than an Aminatou without any setup.
Right. And due to the connive, you also you see more cards over the game,
exactly.
Which higher your chance of getting more reanimation targets as well as spells. After all, you put a bit more pressure onto your opponent. Hopefully we can show that.
I do hope so too.
I will play Karlov and Lurrus today. It's been quite some time that we had Karlov on camera, and it was without Lurrus. I've played this combination when the companion rule was still the old one. That was quite powerful. So this is a bit of a nerfed version, but yeah, I think this card is, you see it every now and then, face against it in tournament situations a couple of times, and I think it's a quite powerful card. There are several cards that appear with every new set that do something around life gain, and eventually they're played within. And I've brought a few cards to talk about. So just if you look at the list, you will see these 4 graveyard hate pieces, and those are not cards that I included intentionally to have an out against Samuel's Raffine. In fact, all of them either synergize with Karlov, like Cling to Dust and Kaya's Gale does, or you have a synergy with Lurrus or just raw power like Lion's Sash. And currently there is not only Reanimator strategy walking around, there's also the Beamtown Bullies, and we have cards like Vengevine and Bloodgust haunting you from the graveyard in Grist, and you have Underworld Breach and whatsoever. So I think currently there are good reasons to include these cards. Apart from that, there is Tithe. When I played this deck at our last FNM, I felt like I don't really want to include more lands, and I see we saw growing popularity with this card in French decks, and I think it's a perfect fit here. I also play a Tainted Pack mana base, so I had to modify it a bit in order to still find my planes later on. So I'm
4 targets you have.
5. I played a slow tapped.
Okay.
So this might be a bit awkward every now and then, but overall I think I also play the Weathered Wayfarer. So I think this is a fine one for this, because on one hand you want to put down some value, and on the other hand you don't really want to miss your land drops, because at some point you want to do something with Lurrus, and paying 3 to put the companion in hand is sometimes there are situations if you go into a very late game, then you have 7 or 8 mana at which you can directly put him in hand, play him, and then get something out of your graveyard.
Yeah, but those are going to be pretty rare. Usually, you
That's
turn
right.
4 or 5 around there. You're going to be putting him into hand at some point,
That's right.
and then trying to have an explosive turn.
But also, you will encounter situations in which you want to cast Karlov a second or even a third time.
Yep.
So it's necessary to have like your 6th or 7th land on field. And the last card I want to talk about is Blossoming Calm. It's a bit of a pet card to me, I would say. The last time I've played it was during the Inalla and Ragavan era, because I thought it was in White Weenie actually. I thought it was quite a nice sideboard card. You could give yourself hexproof for the tendrils triggers or targets. And against Ragavan you block a lightning bolt and gain life, and it even has rebound, so yeah, you negate 7 damage.
You can dodge edicts.
Exactly.
There's quite a lot you can do with the card. You have to find the right meta spot for it.
That's right.
Because there will be decks where it doesn't do anything at all.
That's
and
correct.
You've got it in your hand. Then this card is good in the sense that it gains you 4 life.
Yeah, and I mean
and that triggers Karlov twice, which is
yeah. That was my thought about that. That the downside, like White Weenie can't really do something with the life gain, and here we have a synergy with our command zone, so the flow of this card doesn't look too bad. Especially because the rebound is most often useless in terms of giving yourself hexproof. It's just about the life gain, and here we have something to use it for.
Yep.
Good. All right. There was a long introduction. Let's see who starts.
Exactly.
Today. With.
Haha!
It starts with the Rock Lobsters again.
It does.
Okay, why not? Hey, okay, so you'll start the game. We will resolve mulligans as always, and then we get back.
Yes.
Okay. Alright. Then.
We've both kept 7.
Exactly.
I won the die roll, so I will start. I'll fetch for a scrubland.
Okay.
And cast an Inquisition.
That's good. You will see 2 lands. I have a Blossoming Call, which could have blocked your Inquisition. A Tithe.
That's a lot of 1-drops.
That's a lot of 1-drops, yeah.
I think I will go for the Tithe.
That seems to be the best choice.
Yep, and then it's your turn.
Okay. Then I draw a card. I will fetch for a scrubland as well and cast my Wayfarer. Then it's your turn.
Yep, well on turn. I'll draw. I'll play an island and cast an unmarked grave.
Okay.
Put an Archon into the yard. And then it's your turn.
Now I'll play a Sedative and cast a Hymn to Turok. Hoping to discard your reanimation spell.
Yeah, I think I'll daze.
Attack for 1.
I'll take 1.
Then it's your turn.
I'll draw a card. I'll play a land and cast a Ponder. That's fine. And then I'll cast a Reanimate. targeting the Archon,
Yeah.
losing 8 life.
Yep.
And gaining 3. And
I have to sacrifice.
discard.
Discard.
And lose 3.
Yep.
Your turn.
That looks very bad now. I think I will go for white. Play a Soul Warden. And I'll play my Healer's Hawk. And gain 1 life. And pass the turn.
Okay. We'll draw. Play a land. I'll play Lily. I'll have you Edict. Then I'll attack with the Archon.
Yeah.
You sack a creature.
1, 2, 3.
Then you take 6.
Yep. Now I need to draw
Your turn.
a removal spell. That's not it.
Yep.
That's yours.
Alright.
Okay. So we're back.
We both keep 7 again.
Yep. After a quick first round, I will start with a Flagstones and a Mother.
That's a good card.
Go ahead.
I'll draw. I'll play a land and I'll pass.
I would like to play a Fetid Thief and Druth.
That's also a good card.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I think so.
I'll draw. Oops. I'll play a land and I'll pass.
Go for combat.
Take 1.
I'd like to try and cast a Null Priest of Oblivion.
Menace
Life Link
Menace
and
and
Life
Life
Link.
Reanimate with yep. I will
Fetch.
for the trial.
Okay, and it resolves?
Yep.
Alright. I'm going to play a Shambling Vent and pass the turn.
I'll draw.
Yep.
I'll play a land and cast it to Fairy
Yes.
and bounce nothing.
Yep. That's fine with me.
Draw. Yeah, your turn.
Okay, I play a Command Tower. Then I play my Commander. I would like to go for combat.
Yep.
1 for him and 2 for you.
Yep.
Then I gain 2 life. Get a trigger on Karlov.
Yep.
And then I'm going to play an Authority of the Consuls.
My creatures come into play tap.
Yep, and I gain a life. Then it's your turn.
I'll draw a card. Play a land. And yeah, cast a Lily.
You have that.
I'll plus the Lily.
So we discard cards. Okay.
Discard a Magister of Worth.
Yep.
And then I'll pass the turn.
I would like to cast him to Turok again.
Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. Go ahead. 3. And 6. It's not. Yeah.
We go again?
You're doing good.
What?
What is it?
Inquisition.
It's an Inquisition and a land. That's not too bad. We will see.
We will see.
I would like to go for combat.
Yes.
This one goes on Liliana,
Mm-hmm.
and these two go for you.
Okay, I will take 3.
Yep, I gain 2 life and have a trigger here.
Yes.
And it's your turn.
Alright, I will untap. I'll draw. I'll play a land.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess here goes nothing. Dance of the Dead, targeting Magister of Worth.
Okay.
Comes into play double tapped.
Then you're the active player, so
Yep.
my trigger resolves first.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have a vote.
Yes, I choose Carnage.
Yeah, and I would like to remove 2 to exile her.
Sure.
So my mother is dead. Poor mama.
Dance of the Dead is in the graveyard.
Yep.
And I will play an Animate Dead
Without a target?
on your
No.
Drannith.
On my drive. That's not bad. It
Then
enters
it's
tapped
your
and I
turn.
get another
You
man.
get a life.
Life, yes, not
Your
bad.
turn.
Okay. How many cards in hand?
1.
1. I'm going to force my own Drannith. You gain a life.
No, I don't.
And
It was Animate.
it was -1. That's correct. And I put Lurrus in my hand.
Sure.
But then it's your turn.
Alright, I'll draw. And cast my command.
Sure.
Your turn.
It enters tapped. I gain a life.
Yes.
Then I would like to cast Lurrus.
Sure.
And I would like to cast a mother
Yep.
and pass the turn.
I'll draw.
Yep. Strix. Yep.
Then I'll attack.
Yep.
Trigger. Draw a card. Discard an Elishnon. This gives a counter. You take 2.
Yep.
Then I'll fetch. And play a land. Fetch for an island. Oh, no, plains. And I cast a Necromancy.
Oh, you really have a third one?
Yes, I do.
Oof.
On the Elishnon.
Yeah. And I gain a life and it dies.
Your turn.
My turn. I think I will play land and pass the turn.
Okay. Draw.
Yep.
I'll go to combat. I'll attack with everything. Trigger. Combine on the Strix.
Okay.
Draw 3. Discard 3. Ponder Gin.
Yep. So 2, that's 5, 4, 9.
So this is 4, 5, 9,
It's
plus
like
4.
5 plus 4, right?
One of these get 2 plus 2 plus 2.
Oh, that's correct. Oh, that's correct.
So it's 30.
Yeah. Yeah. missed that one.
And then I'll actually like this. I'll cast an Exhume.
Uh-huh.
Do you have any enters the battlefield creatures?
No.
No. Okay. Drannith is an exile.
Yeah, I have Lurrus and then it dies again.
Yeah. End step. I'll draw 7.
Yep.
And discard 1, right? End step. Draw 7. Each. Yep. So that's, discard. Discard that. No, I don't want to discard that. Discard a Godless. Fine.
Then I think there's not much to do. Floating one white, Cataclysm. This one enters tap, by the way, and again alive.
Wash away.
Ah, you can counter it. Okay, then it's your game.
Yep.
GG.
GG's.
That was a quick one. Yeah, if it wasn't for the third one, I think I could have taken it home.
Yeah.
It was a bit rough.
Yeah, I kept a rather slow hand with the Magister to Fairy to reanimation spells. But I thought if I managed to discard the Magister at some point, even if it dies, like just reanimating it once would probably slow you down enough. So which it did, and yeah.
That's right. Yeah,
The
unfortunately
other
I could
die for that, but yeah.
I could not show you the power of Karlov against Reanimator. I had a lot of practice games, so to say, against Raffine Reanimator, and it worked quite well on average. I was saying this in between the games that the power comes down to having a big Karlov who's able to exile the reanimation targets. And most of them have an ETB or some effect, of course, but you can interact that way.
Yep.
So you, in a grindy way, you steal your opponent, the big boys, step by step, and yeah, that makes it. Yeah, apart from the graveyard hate, which is not necessarily only against Reanimator, included as I explained in the beginning. But if you're curious to play Orzhov again, I can.
It's a good deck.
Suggest it.
It's
yes.
definitely a good deck.
Yeah.
And it has some of the most explosive or difficult to beat draws.
Yeah, right.
Because you have those, you have hand disruption, and you have a threat that gets big incredibly quickly.
Right. Okay.
So yeah.
Maybe we'll show it another time. Maybe not. We'll see.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
See you next time.
Yes.